What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video, as you can see in the title, is a bit of a tricky one. Now before you say, Gareth, how can you be saying Springboks possibly winning the World Cup with the key man in the image above? Well, anything is possible guys. That's one thing we must remember. One thing we must also remember is a World Cup brings the absolute best out of every sporting nation. They have the opportunity to play for the ultimate prize in world rugby. They have the opportunity to stand together as one, representing the country, to try and be best in the world. A World Cup allows the opportunity for all different countries to give them a chance, an opportunity of success, of being on the grander stage of the sport, of having an opportunity of shocking the world. Now before you say, no, Springboks have no chance, remember, 2015, Rugby World Cup, which some of you still remind me of to this day, when Japan beat the Springboks. One of the biggest shocks in rugby history, but it happened. Because the Springboks, one, were caught off guard and didn't play to the best of their ability. Two, because Japan wanted it more. And that is the key for this Rugby World Cup. Who wants it more? Now why I bring Captain Kolisi into this is because he's changed the Springbok team as well as Coach Rassie, but he has changed it, and the reason why he's changed it is because the culture he's brought into Springbok rugby. The gees, the atmosphere, the build-up, the respect, the camaraderie. He's brought the team together like no other. Now the Springboks have had a list of great captains: John Smith, USD, Jean de Villiers, many others who are brilliant. But for me, there is something special about Kolisi. His passion for the game, his history, where he's come from, townships, to getting a scholarship at Grey High School in Port Elizabeth, to taking that opportunity to play EP rugby, then going to Western Province Stormers, eventually becoming captain of the Stormers, and then going on to play Springbok rugby, and from that, this year, becoming first Springbok black captain, which is absolutely amazing. And for me, no one deserves it better. Now there's a lot of talk of Warren Whiteley, Dwayne Vermeulen, who are all great leaders, and they're all fantastic rugby players. But Kolisi brings a spirit to the team like no other. If you watch post-match presentations, if you watch how he is with his team, it is special. It is truly brilliant, and he's bringing a team together, uniting them as one, to do the unthinkable. Now when I was talking about this in the early days of the Rugby Championship, after South Africa lost to Argentina and Australia, a lot of people, not a lot actually, at least a few, were saying South Africa don't even deserve to be in a tier 1 league with the All Blacks, with all these other sporting nations. They're useless. They're a quota team, which is absolute bullshit. Excuse my French, but this team are quality. This team has pure talent. All the colours in that squad are brilliant at what they do. Yes, there's the odd weak link, but they're improving, and people need to give credit where credit is due. Now Kolisi brings culture. When I say that, the diversity within, I watched him when I was able to attend the team selection. I watched the man. I didn't meet him, but I could see him, and I watched him talk to his players, talk to different people. He's so proud of everything he's done. He has time to chat to his players. He has time to joke. He has time to be serious. But he has time to interact and bring something special to Springbok rugby. I've watched him in communities, singing with the public of South Africa, singing with college students, junior school kids, singing with his own team. And when I say own team, I don't mean just the black rugby players. Everyone is singing different songs, bringing the community together. bringing Springbok rugby together. And that has changed this team. Now in June, first time captain, he didn't play the greatest rugby. Rassie Erasmus admitted that even too. But it's pressure having captaincy on your hands. The pressure of what the public were going at him. People were talking, people were buzzing again because they could feel the hope. The hope of Springbok rugby going back to where it was. The pride and joy of South African sport. And that put pressure on Sia. And you could see it in his game. It wasn't as strong as what it was. But then came the Rugby Championship, where that man had an outstanding game, outstanding season or championship. Yes, the team lost the first two and looked hopeless. But he kept strong, he kept firm, he kept determined, he was in there, competing for the ball, competing to win, to run, to tackle. He was a machine. And for that I give that man so much credit, because he's brought the team to do the unthinkable. And when I say the unthinkable, when 90% of the people, if not 95, said when South Africa play New Zealand, it's going to be 57-0 again. Some said 100. But that didn't happen. See, Kolisi's Chargers beat the All Blacks. Yes, it was close. Yes, Steve Bowden Barrett kicked it over, but it's the pressure that the Springboks put on the All Blacks that cost him the kicking of Bowden Barrett, that cost him to make the error where Willie Leroux capitalised and scored the try. Remember, this wasn't just a Springbok team kicking to win, like we used to do with Morné Steyn. We scored tries. We did the unthinkable. Then we came to PE, and the crowd was singing. People were saying it sounded like a party, and it was. Because it was a united nation, it was a united city province, backing our boykie, Sia Kolisi, the local man, and watching this team develop into something special. And they did. They beat the Australians. And just last week at Loftus, or 2 weeks ago, yes, we lost, but we played a game. We kept it there. We got close to the All Blacks. We showed the heart and soul that this team has to offer. And if they keep that momentum, that mentality, that system, process in place, they can sure as hell win the World Cup, or definitely get to the final. This team is a new generation of South African rugby players. The system, the players, the coaching staff, the unity, it gels together as one, and it makes for an unbelievable moment in South African rugby and an unbelievable opportunity for this team to maybe win the Rugby World Cup in 2019 next year in Japan. I always say anything is possible if you believe in yourself and do work to the best of your ability in everything you do. I believe the Springbok team can do it. And yeah, you may call me crazy, but remember, we meet the best team in the world in our opening game. So we've already had a massive challenge. Then we progress. We have a chance of playing Ireland, maybe beating them, getting to the final against New Zealand once again to maybe win 2019 Rugby World Cup. You heard it here first. South Africa could indeed win the Rugby World Cup. You might call me crazy, but I've done it before where I said South Africa could win, and I was right, but I've also been wrong. But what I'm saying is where we are at the moment, and where we're progressing to, I really think Sia Kolisi is going to lead the boys. And I really, really hope Rassie Erasmus sticks with Sia as captain. Yes, there's a lot of options in Dwayne, Warren, Eben, and they're all great leaders, don't get me wrong. But for me, I would take Sia Kolisi, the new Springbok way, this winning way, or this competitive way, let's say. Take that to the World Cup I guarantee you something special will happen. I really, really believe that strongly. Sia and Rassie have had experience in Western Province, and I believe taking that forward for the Springboks could definitely lead to a World Cup victory. It's possible. Anything can happen, and I really believe it can. Obviously, November internationals are still to come. We've got another rugby championship, shorter version, but we still got it. We've got the best time to practice and train, and South Africa are peaking at just the right time to maybe shock the world. And by God, I hope they do it, with Sia Kolisi leading the way. That's just my thoughts and opinion on this incredible man, incredible player, incredible team, incredible country. I know it's going to be hard. I've just said how good the All Blacks are, and they are damn good. I've also said how good Ireland are, and I know how damn good they are. But don't count out South Africa. That's one thing I'm telling you guys. Don't write us off just yet. We're peaking, and we're going to bounce back. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you can keep up to date with all future uploads. Remember this video. Who knows, it could be wrong. But Sia Kolisi is going to make Springbok rugby fantastic. That I am very confident of. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.